Special counsel Robert Mueller has finished his report and has submitted it to the Attorney General.
William Barr is reviewing it and says he may be ready to brief Congress on it as soon as this weekend. CBS 4's Mola Lengi is live in Washington with what we have learned tonight. Mola.
Well, Jim Rudabeh, the Mueller report, as you know, is nearly 2 years in the making. It has been shrouded in secrecy, but now, as you mentioned, it is finally complete in the hands of the Attorney General, though it remains unclear exactly how much of that report will ultimately be made public. The Mueller report is now in the hands of the Attorney General. A senior Justice Department official tells CBS News Special Counsel Robert Mueller is not recommending any further indictments. Attorney General William Barr wrote a letter to the House and Senate Judiciary Committees saying the special counsel has submitted to me today a confidential report explaining the prosecution or declination decisions he has reached. Barr added he may be in a position to advise you of the special counsel's principal conclusions as soon as this weekend.
That is all he's required to do. But that doesn't mean that he can't release the report in some form.
The report follows a nearly 2-year investigation and is described as comprehensive. Few have seen it, including White House officials and President Trump. Before leaving for Mar-a-Lago Friday, the president took aim again at the investigation.
There was no collusion. There was no obstruction. Everybody knows it. It's all a big hoax. I call it the witch hunt.
Principal conclusions of the report are expected to be made public, but many Democrats say it needs to be released in full.
It's imperative for Mr. Barr to make the full report public and provide its underlying documentation and findings to Congress.
Since the investigation began, 6 of the president's associates have been charged with crimes, ranging from lying to the FBI to tax evasion. Barr says he'll determine what information can be released to the public after speaking with Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein and the special counsel. Well, the White House was notified this evening, just before 5 p.m., that the Mueller report was completed and about to be submitted to the Attorney General. So they found out just minutes before the Attorney General was ultimately given the Mueller report. As you know, the president tonight is in West Palm Beach at his Mar-a-Lago Golf Club, where he is expected to be for the rest of the weekend. Jim Rudabeh.
Mola, thank you very much for that live report from Washington, D.C. And we've been working this evening to get reaction from South Florida's representatives in Congress. The Democrats are echoing their colleagues from across the country. They want to see the full report. CBS 4's Francis Wang is here now with more on what they're saying. Francis.
Well, Rudabeh, this big announcement came into our newsroom around 5 this afternoon. Many South Florida representatives were traveling or already out of town for the weekend. But the ones we have heard from all have the same sentiment, that the American people deserve to know the truth.
Well, we knew the time would come.
Former Assistant U.S. Attorney David Weinstein says this report from Special Counsel Robert Mueller came right around the time we expected it to, spring of 2019.
We do know that a number of individuals have been indicted and that there are no more indictments pending out of the special counsel's office. There are other investigations that are still pending that he's handed off to other districts throughout the country, and there's trials that are still scheduled and sentencing.
Many Democrats, including Representatives Ted Deutsch and Debbie Mukersel-Powell, calling for Attorney General William Barr to make the full report public. Deutsch's office releasing this statement, applauding Mueller and his team for their, quote, hard work to expose the truth and hold people accountable. But he adds that this only is the first step, adding in part, quote, the Attorney General should make the report public and let the American people learn the facts Mueller uncovered. The American public deserves to know the truth. Mukersel-Powell tweeting in response to the breaking news today, quote, our faith in government is dependent on transparency. If AG Barr won't make the Mueller report public, I will push to make it so. Americans must know the full picture. Hashtag Mueller report. But the question now is, does AG Barr have to give in to their demands? The answer is no.
Congressmen, senators, congresswomen, they can demand all that they want, and they do that because that's what their constituents want to hear. But the laws of our country and the policies of the Department of Justice require that the Attorney General review the report and determine whether or not he can release all or part of it, and do so in a way that isn't going to infringe upon the privacy rights of people who are uncharged or unindicted defendants.
And while Representative Donna Shalala didn't release a statement, she did retweet a joint statement from House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer calling for AG Barr to make the full report public. Meanwhile, Debbie Wasserman Schultz also calling for the report to be made public, adding that President Trump and his team should not have access to the findings. In the studio tonight, I'm Frances Wang, CBS 4 News Tonight.